Oh my god, that was like the most awkward thing I've ever seen on Love is Blind history. Ever. Hi people, if it's your first time, welcome. My name is Talia Adewale and this is DISBYDEM. Today I'm going to be talking about Love is Blind Season 4. So just grab your tea, grab your popcorn, grab your wine, because we're getting into it, people, and there's a lot to unpack. So I apologize for my voice. I am sick. I have toddlers. This is a regular thing in my household. You guys already know I'm sick in half my videos, but we're just going to power through because I could not wait another day to talk about this. I was chatting with my friend earlier and I honestly was boiling. I was so pissed off. I was about to lose my shit because I was so pissed off about it. But let's get into it. So Love is Blind Season 4 rolled out on Netflix. This is the US. They brought it back. And I knew that Season 4 would be a roller coaster. And boy, was I right. So I went into this not expecting love, not really wanting love for anybody, because I know that's not what these people are coming here for. Let's just be honest. But some of them are, yes, but you know that deep down, when it gets to the nitty-gritty, people, these guys are coming for their shot at fame, their 5 minutes of fame. It's an international show. You make it here, it leads to contracts, brand deals, and this is what these people are coming here for. 100%. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna detach the emotion from it. I'm gonna take notes, I'm gonna be very analytical, and I'm gonna try not to get too hung up on anybody. It's not personal. Right off the gate, we were introduced to Kwame, who, if you know anything about his name, I'm Nigerian, so as soon as they said Kwame, I knew where he was from. I was like, I clock you, my African brother. You are Ghanaian, you're right there across the border from us, you know. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, there goes another African man on his way to break a girl's heart. Yeah! But maybe I termed it the African demon. Because, what was his name? SK. SK was a Yoruba demon. Through and through. And if you guys don't know what a Yoruba demon is, Google it. Just Google it and it will click in your head. It will make sense. And I called it. As soon as I saw SK in Season 3, I called it. I was like, dude cannot be trusted. Nobody trusts this guy. I am hopped up on cold meds, people. So my filter is like gone out the window. And then they tell us, you know, they hint that someone made a decision and then decided that he didn't want to go with that person and went to pick the other girl. So it was a love triangle. Obviously, he went with one, figured out that it was a huge mistake, and then tried to go get back with the other one. And after watching a few episodes, it clicked in my head that it was Zach. And by the end of the 5th episode, I was like, yeah, you obviously made the wrong choice here. Irina is a snake and yeah, we'll get to Irina in a second. Our it couple obviously is Tiffany and Brett. Was anybody else screaming, Tiffany, wake the fuck up? What are you doing? Were they the first couple? Yes, I believe that they were the first couple, which was great. And then we have Paul. And here I wrote that Paul was questionable because I didn't like how Paul was like basically playing 2 women, you know. Why Amber decided to fall for Paul is beyond me. I don't still understand how I don't understand the thought process, you know. I mean Paul is 28, he's almost 30. But still, Amber was 33, you know. It's like, girl, you are ready. You're there. So find you a man who is there with you. Paul, I don't think, is there with anybody. I'm just saying. I'm just calling a spade here, people. So why Amber was falling head over heels for Paul, I didn't really get it, honestly. And he comes across as this geeky, nerdy type, but I feel like he's left a bunch of heartbroken girls in his wake. And he's kind of like a viper in grass. I'm just saying, that's the vibe that I get from him. Let's circle back to my brother from another mother, Mr. Kwame, who somehow had 2 girls, you know, nipping at his heels. So the love triangle were Kwame, Micah, and Chelsea. for that one. And honestly, do I even have the energy to start unpacking this particular love triangle right now? I think I do. Let's start with Micah. Micah, I wrote here villain. Honestly, because I think she's the villain. She is. I'm trying to think of a nice way to describe Micah without it seeming like, I'm just tearing another girl down. But the only word that comes to my mind is viper. Now, is she the worst on the show? No. But as somebody put it in the episodes that came along, when Frick and Frack get together, it is chaotic. Micah was terrible. I didn't care about the gossiping and the backbiting or backstabbing and, just being a mean girl on the show. Like, there will be mean girls. It is in their nature to be mean. It's the way of life. Mean girls make you appreciate nice girls. That's just what it is. What I hated was that she strung Kwame along, trying to keep Kwame and Paul on the hook until, she decided. And then dropped Kwame like he was hot rocks, That wasn't nice. I didn't think that was nice. Do I like Kwame? No, but did I think that he deserved that? Absolutely not. And that's when I started hating Micah. I actually thought Micah was cool until she started playing mind games and doing all that crap in the house. Now, we have Michael, Chelsea, and Kwame. Chelsea is head over heels in love with Kwame. And honestly, I feel bad for her because I know that she's going to get her heart broken. There's nothing you can say that's going to rectify that situation for me. The fact that Kwame was turned down by this girl, Micah, it only strengthened the need for him to want to get her. It's a visceral thing that is in his blood. So if she opens that door, I am confident that Kwame will walk through. Honestly, we have to wait and see. Nothing's been decided yet. Nothing has solidified yet. But I see this happening 100%. And it just sucks because Chelsea is the kind of woman. Honestly, I think Chelsea could get crazy eyes if you let her. But she's not there yet. She's all lovey-googly. And she's like, I will be heaven on earth for you if you're willing to take a chance on this relationship. And I 100% believe that she will. But I also know that she's not a woman that you want to slight. Like, when they say hell hath no fury, you know what I'm saying? I still really like her, and I feel bad that she has pretty much set her sights on Kwame, who does not deserve her. And what pisses me off from Kwame is that he knows that he is still hung up on Micah. So why not let Chelsea know and just be like, girl, there's no way, I'm not over this girl, and I cannot be 100% in with you. So rather than hurt you, let's just call it quits now. Why can't men be men? That's just what I want to know. Why do they keep letting us down on these shows? That's all I want to know. It just pisses me off. But that's that love triangle. So right now, Micah's coupled up with Paul, which I don't understand how she made that choice. But what freaking ever. She says she likes Paul. They're trying to make it work. Paul is now having second second thoughts, and thinking that he also made the wrong decision and should have gone with Amber. But, I don't really give a fuck about Paul, if I'm being honest. I don't care. I don't see anything that he's in working, so I don't care. Our second love triangle was Paul, Amber, Micah, but we already talked about that, so I'm not really going to dive into that. So I don't know why Amber fell for Paul, and I don't understand why Micah chose Paul. So I guess the common denominator here is Paul. But no, I don't think he's the problem. I just think the dynamic is just messed up, and I'm not really interested in delving into that because I know that is going to be a failed relationship either which way. So let's move on to Zach, Bliss, and Irina. Beside Irina's name, I wrote trash, and I would like to say that I'm sorry, but I'm not, because I do not like this girl. I hate everything that Irina stands for, and I mean that, like, honestly. if I don't like you, I don't fuck with you. And if I do, it's professional. You know, it's like, we gotta get this thing done, but we're not hanging out, we're not kicking, we're not doing anything like that. Irina pretends to be your friend and then laughs at you behind your back. That was low down dirty, and I hated that. That pissed me off. She's horrible. At first, I thought, okay, maybe she's nice. And I was like, oh, hope you find love. But by the end of it, I was like, hope you crash and burn, girl, because you don't deserve it. And I'm not even sad about that, people. I don't care. I'm being honest. So Zach somehow got it in his head. I think Irina played mind games. Let's just be honest. She played mind games. And Zach knew she was playing mind games. He actually even said it. He said, oh, Irina likes to play games. But I think it's that thing where some men are attracted to crazy. You know, when they say she's got crazy eyes. That's something that guys, like some men, like. Zach knew what he was doing. He knew that Bliss was supposed to be the right choice for him. And Bliss would have, oh God, Bliss is gorgeous. Bliss is beautiful. How she handled the whole Irina situation, I was like, perfection. I loved it. You know, she was very mature about it, and she's just like, you know what, it is what it is. You do you. But he knew that Bliss was the better choice, but he chose Irina because he thought that he was attracted to that crazy, and it kind of blew up in the twist. But Zach himself is little quirky. Their first interaction, where they opened the doors and they saw each other for the first time, oh my God, that was like the most awkward thing I've ever seen on Love is Blind history, ever. And I've watched Love is Blind Japan, where they're not like very physical or intimate, you know. But this took the cake, people. It was so freaking awkward. I was like, it was, no, I think about it and I just heave. It's just terrible. And then he just kept looking at her. Probably, I think that point was where he was like, I don't fucked up, you know, but trying to, like, you know, make it work in his head that, oh, maybe we can make this, you know, work. I don't know. That whole situation was terrible. And then she proceeds to basically gaslight him till the end of it. Well, I hated the fact that she just kept talking about people behind their back and then talking to them like she's their friend. That was just, it was terrible. But silver lining is that I love that she's put this on display for the world to see, so people know what she's like. I can talk about Irina and Micah forever, but let's leave that for now. The last love triangle was Jacqueline, Marshall, and Josh. And besides Josh, I wrote cauliflower ears because I think Josh is like a fighter or a boxer or something. He was very cute though. But when Marshall was like, oh, he's about to throw hands, I was like, dude, you better step back because this guy will knock you the F out. Marshall kind of reminds me of Jesse Williams. Did anybody else catch that resemblance, or was it just me? I don't 100% trust Marshall. I don't know. He gives me weird vibes, people. There's nothing. Like, I can't put my finger on it. There's nothing. He just gives me weird vibes. That's the best way I can explain it. Jacquelina, I love everything about her. Like, that she's so confident and is unapologetically herself. I love people who are unapologetic about being themselves, but I don't know that she is ready for a relationship. I think she's still a little immature. I don't see that relationship working, but we just have to wait and see what it's like at the end of it. They might be the ones who surprise us and then make it to the end, you know. But here's my 2 cents. I don't know about these couples, honestly. Even Brett and Tiffany, I don't know. I really don't. I really hope that they make it, because they, I think, are the only 2 that really fit, you know. There's always that one couple that you just know that they're meant to be, but I'm not sold on any of these couples. Zach and Irina already like call it quits after the honeymoon. That didn't work out for them. Kwame and Chelsea definitely on the rocks. I think Kwame is gonna F up. I really do. I see it happening. I think it's 80-20 that he's gonna mess up. So if that works out, I'm gonna be shocked. I don't even think I'll be happy, because I don't think Kwame is the best option for Chelsea, to be honest. I think she deserves somebody who will love her as much as she loves them, and right now that's not Kwame. Marshall and Jacqueline, I see that imploding. I think he has an an angry side. I don't want to say violent because that's not right. I don't know him, right? But I think he has an angry side, and she's explosive. So I feel like he bottles things up. And like, did you see the scene where she was having a meltdown that night, and then she said, "Put this in the fridge," and walked away? Did you see his face? Oh, yo, he has an angry side, and we're gonna see it. And I just hope that everybody comes out alive from that interaction, because Jacqueline will not take it sitting down. So I don't know. Paul and Micah definitely not gonna make it up, because apparently Paul likes Irina, and Irina likes Paul, and I don't know if Paul likes Irina, but she's definitely gunning for that guy. I think she will definitely ask to see if they can date. Those were the only couples. Zach, after breaking up with Irina, is trying to probably get back with Bliss, but I don't think she should do it. It's the same situation where Chelsea and Kwame, like, you were never my first choice. Ayana and Garrett, was it Jarrett? I don't know, one of those, but you were not my first choice. Relationship ended. Like, there's something about being somebody's first choice and only choice. Barnett or bust, Lauren or bust, Cameron or bust. There's something about being somebody's only choice. And that's the difference between the people who come here for clout and the people who are actually in this for a relationship. Tiffany came here and said, "I'm looking for a man," found the guy that she wanted, and it was like zeroed in. This is who I want. This is who I focus on. And you can tell the people who are in it for the real reasons and the ones who are not. So it's very easy to spot the fakers, to be honest. There are going to be 4 more episodes on Friday, and I think the last 2 episodes are being released on April 7th. I'm going to guess that the last episode from the release on March 31st will be one of the weddings. And maybe the first half of a second wedding. That's usually the MO. But we're just gonna have to wait and see, guys. It depends on how it goes. If I see that the weddings might be interesting, I will do a live reaction. But if I see that I know where it's headed, we're probably just gonna swing on by, because like I said, Love is Blind has lost its luster, and the other shows that they're bringing right now are not really up to par. Like The Ultimatum really didn't do anything for me. I loved The Ultimatum France. I watched it just on a whim, and I ended up enjoying it very, very much. But other than that, people, let's just wait for the chaos that is about to unfold. And watch out for that African brother of mine. He's gonna do things, I think. He's gonna be doing a lot of things. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Please comment. Like, let's talk this out, people. This show isn't over, so let's dialogue on this. I really want to know what you guys are thinking, your theories, who you see working, who you see not working, what else you think is happening. If you appreciated Irina and Micah, if you didn't. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you when I see you. Bye.